Hello, welcome to another edition of introducing and showing you some of Southern Africa's most beautiful minerals and fossils. I'm Francis, that's Jono, that's Vusi and Albert, and that is Brian sporting a very nice pink jersey today because it complements the colour of his eyes. If you're new here, welcome, happy days. This is Top Rock, and we are Southern Africa's most oldest and most reputable wholesaler of minerals. Because we're a mineral wholesaler, we require a minimum order of 10 kilograms. This is more often than not just to negate the price of the shipping. If you ship one small flat of dioptase, you might be shocked to find that the shipping will cost more than dioptase. So, apart from that, Cara has written a whole little short story down in the description. Please take the time to read through that. It helps, because there are, I suppose, rules and regulations and ways to go about things. Please hit us up with an email and introduce yourself to us. Other than that, today's exchange rate, which is what the prices are based on, it's USD, because most people understand and can convert automatically. It's 17.79 to the rand, but we always round up higher, just so that when you actually do get the bill, it's a pleasant surprise. Well, not that it matters very much. It's like $1 here, $1 there at the very most. Other than that, today was rather interesting. Just a side note, took a trip into Ashburton, which is the closest little town where we go to for petrol, bread and such things, and they're protesting outside the library. So I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but burning tires is a very popular activity in Southern Africa. It doesn't have very good connotations dating back to the 80s and the apartheid days, but it's a habit and a cultural thing that they haven't let go to. I'm going to ask some of the guys what it is, because culturally speaking, it's important in South Africa with the amount of diverse types of tribes, people, languages, you name it, in Africa, Southern Africa. It's fair to try and understand and comprehend different cultures. Anyway, apart from that, I'm going to introduce the first trolley with a little bit of history, and it's going to be African turquoise. So, yeah, it's a colloquial name. It's not actual turquoise. It is from the Blue Mine in Springbok. It was the very first mine. It was a copper mine. Hence, it was called the Blue Mine, because the oxidation turned everything blue, well, the copper, in Springbok. And yeah, this is old material that has come from there. And yeah, chrysocolla mixed with biotite, and some of these have quite a bit of hematite in as well. There are 3 standing freeforms from the old Blue Mine. These have been polished and sculpted by Malagasy individual that's settled here in Southern Africa, and he's very, very good. 1.55 kgs. These are rated as a very good grade. They're going to cost $44. That's for flat 526. And I thought I'd introduce some prehnite, because, well, if this Blue Mine and Springbok was the first economic commercial mine in South Africa, dating back to the 1700s, this was actually found. Well, prehnite was found and named, was the first mineral to be named after the person who found it, a Dutchman from the Netherlands, Colonel Pre. And so it ended that this individual, he was a governor of Cape Town at the time, was the first person in the world to have gotten a mineral named after him. So that is very interesting. Way before diamonds and copper and gold, prehnite in South Africa, dating back to the 1700s, found close to Cradock, which is the Kalahari Basin. So, yeah, just so you know, there's a little bit of super duper A grade, and then there's always the botryoidal option as well. which is a very good grade. Hopefully to get some of these soon. Anyway, so a little bit of history out of the way. Let's go on to some Laputu, Chrysocolla Laputu, a mine in the southern part of Congo. Brings us, well, it's famous for hemimorphite. And, well, obviously we got some Chrysocolla here. There are 4 specimens in this flat. They are rated only good grade to very good grade. And they are, this is heavy, but it could just be the quartz, not the hemi. Lots of druzy, lots of beautiful quartz with a generous dose of hematite, not hematite, heterogenite. It is beautiful. Chrysocolla with that transparent druzy. Nice bit of malachite here as well. This flat weighs 1.19 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $31. That is full flat $531. Then on to a, let's see, very good A grade rose quartz sphere. And it's quite a large one. It's 1.39 kilograms. And I've fortunately started in the morning, so the sun's almost at perfect space. And there you go. Look at that glorious asterism. That is a very, very decent bit of rose quartz. Nice veils as well. This little rose quartz here, it's going to cost all of $50. That is full flat $451. Right, next to it is a rose quartz bowl. This rose quartz bowl, 1.73 kilos, rated very good. I thought I'd put it next to the sphere because why not? They go together. Nice transparency, nice gemmy pink. And it makes a perfect partner for the rose quartz sphere. So the bowl, that costs, what does that cost? That's $30 only for the bowl. And you can buy both the bowl and the rose quartz sphere now together for $80. What a luck. Right, there we go. Flat $479. All right, next up we got some polished watermelon fluorite from Namibia. This is from Uys, which is quite close to the Brandberg, quite close to a tin mine as well. There are 13 of these little polished fellas, and I'll be honest, it's not a great polish. It's obviously not done by the Malagasy because, well, who knows? This is a nice big chunk of blue fluorite. But you'll see that, I don't know, the guys must have run out of any grit higher than 200. That is one hell of a rough finish. So if you do have your own laps and wheels, this will only take a couple of seconds to buff it up and make it really pretty. There we go. Look at that. That's not nice. Alas, it is what it is, and it is watermelon fluorite. There's a nice, also another nice piece of blue fluorite. That will be exquisite if it was polished properly. This flat here is it's going to cost $50. That is for flat $174. Onto some polychrome jasper mushrooms, 20 of these little beauties. They rated as a very good to A grade. They weigh, I think, what do they weigh? They weigh 990 grams, short of a kilogram. Let's just have a looky-see for, we're always looking for the dragon scales. Beautiful. You might know this is Picasso jasper. Oh, there we go. Here's one with a dragon scale. So those little, can you see? There's patterns there. As the lava flowed and cooled, it makes up about 5% of polychrome jasper. It's a bit of a rarity, a dragon skull. Very nice little flat. This 20 little polychrome jasper Picasso jasper mushroom's going to cost $42. That's full flat, 467. And then Malagasy polished black tourmaline. There are 32 of these little palm stones. They're rated as good, very good to A grade. Some of them, sometimes they got calcite veins in, especially the Malagasy ones. Nice flat of black tourmaline galleys or palm stones, $46 for the 32, flat 492. Golden healers next, that's limonite palm stones. There's 20 of them rated as very good to A grade, and it's nice to have the sun behind me. How's that? That's beautiful. Hues of gold. Let's say, oh, this one's gorgeous. I like a bit of quartz there because look at that. That's just beautiful. Very nice flat of golden healers, 1.8 kilograms. It's going to cost $49 for the 20. That's flat 472. Then back to Laputo mine, we've got some nice chrysocolla covered in juicy and heterogenite. This is a beautiful specimen. It's you can see the sun coming through the transparent heads of juicy there. Nice chrysocolla shining through as well. It's a very nice specimen. This one's funky as well. And the third one, quite a large slab with a lot of juicy on. Some very nice chrysocolla on the sides too. It looks kind of dirty, but that'll be a little bit of iron oxide colouring the juicy. This flat here weighs 870 grams. It's rated as very good, good only. It's only $37 for the 3. That's flat 490. On to 10 little polished points from Madagascar. This one here's got a sticker on it because, well, RJ is like stickers. And you can tell, look at that chlorite veil right at the bottom. That's a lot of heterogenite covering, and there right at the base is a beautiful chlorite veil. That is really pretty. Always a double termination to keep me on my toes. That's just pure crystal. There's some more chlorite. There's some all kinds of busy rutile. A double terminate, well, a twin terminated smoky. There we go. Oh, there's a lot going on in here. Limonite veils, lots of white rutile matted together. See if I can catch that properly. That's a beautiful little flat of points, 440 grams. These are rated as very good to A grade. They're only going to cost $24. $24 for 10 little Malagasy points, flat 540. On to Erongo. This is a nice flat of smoky quartz, feldspar and black tourmaline and phoitite. Let's have a look. The 6 weigh 1.17 kilos. It's a nice skinny one. This is by far the most beautiful one, the largest, beautifully formed shoal black tourmaline crystals. Look at that, that is glorious. And then the smoky quartz as well. Hey, John's has got a UV torch. I bet you there might be some. Hey, where's your UV torch? There we go. All right, let's check it out. I thought there might be highlight opal, and I thought wrong. Right, well, not in the daylight anyway, but the highlight does light up anyway. It's powerful like that. Here's another one with a beautiful tourmaline crystal. The old-fashioned Mercedes logo. And here we got some of that beautiful blue foytite covering the base of that smoky. And tourmaline. Very nice flat. It weighs 1.17 kilos. Good, very good to A grade. It tells me that there's highlight opal, which is highly likely. Anyway, $41 for the 6. Very nice for flat 527. Then back to Madagascar. We've got one side polished Septari slices. Let's start with these two over here. There's a lot of aragonite, and you see it's just a matte polish on the back. Aragonite and calcite. This one here is by far the masterpiece, and that is a large fug with beautifully formed dogtooth calcite right through the middle there. Very nice little bit of a Septari, a fossil from Madagascar. They weigh 1.4 kilograms. They're going to cost an immense $20, flat 486. Bukanotuk up next. We've got 6 clusters, rated very good to A grade. These are the sort of light lilac, big window variations. Nice, very nice. Clean windows, clear. Lilac phantoms. This flat here is going to cost $64. That is for flat 541. Right on to some Malawi Zomba smokies, and these are very smoky, very marine. Look at that, that's a beauty. A little twin cab there, a little friend. There's a beautiful cluster with azurine. Nice light smokies. And the largest one is an absolute beaut. 2 beautiful crystals. There's that lovely azurine there in the feldspar orthoclase. Beautiful flat of Zomba, 1.04 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. This is going to cost $41. That's flat 467. On to Kalkefeld. We've got 4 beautiful cobbed shutterkite pieces. This go through them. It's rated as all over the show. Definitely lapidary material, or at least some are. This one's got mostly what seems like a silicified malachite. This one here's got a lot more shutterkite. Beautiful dark shutterkite. Chrysocolla, malachite. That's a beautiful, beautiful shutterkite there. This one's very interesting. Got a bit of an additional rarity. That is the one kaolinite. One step further from kaolinite, it's called halloysite. Is that tan, furry almost, tan mineral growing over the shutterkite. See, the shutterkite is beautiful veins. There we go. Beautiful cold specimen. I don't think this is worthy of lapping. I think it should just stay as is. Some argument that there might be some cooperite in here. It's definitely got a hint of kind of metallic purple. Not unknown either. Chalcofelt does provide the world with some cooperite. This one's just rubbish. Well, anyway, 2.58 kilos. This flat's going to cost $29. That is flat 552. Next up, we got some partly polished Sashi River red agate. Little agate nodules. There we go. Showing us beautiful bands. There we go. How beautiful is that? There's 20 of these little fellas. They're rated as very good to A grade. One with a vug, which don't often see with... let's just try and get in there. All right. Is there juicy? Is there anything in there? Hello. Hot totty little red agate. These weigh 1.25 kilograms. They're going to cost $29. That's pretty cheap for Sashi River, flat 459. Next, we got some the Aventurine Towers, all 4 of them from Madagascar. They are rated as medium to good, which is just a nice way of saying they're crap. Possibly this here. Yes, indeed. So Aventurine comes in many colors, but blue is very satisfying. 1.87 kilograms for the 4 blue Aventurine Towers. They're going to cost all of $32. That is for flat 464. Next up, some mixed Erongo magic. We've got all kinds in here. And, oh, we go Smokies. Smoky here. I think that might be Goshenite over there, hanging out beneath the canopy of quartz. There's what's this? Ooh, it's a fluorite in amongst the black tourmaline. Little blue and purple. Some nicely, beautifully formed black tourmaline and highlight opal. There's 2 of them, and then there's some Okarusa cubic fluorite. There's some more fluorite. What's we got here? Bit of a debate about that. But the yellow, some think it's muscovite, some think it's vermiculite. Ooh, and here we got foytite, very nice foytite as well. Greyish, bluish mineral creeping into the base of the smoky quartz. That's very nice. There's another one. Okay, what else is interesting here? Ooh, this is a nice bluish. Oh, look at those well-formed phantom inside this. Definitely Ocaruso. Here is a very dark blue piece of fluorite. Oh, nice. Bit of purple in there. Oh, let me just try and get this dark blue fluorite. Very nice. Nice flat. A fair amount of, there's some more highlight opal. Just slightly more than a kg. They rate it as a very all over the show. As you can tell, it's only going to be $34 flat. 545. Nice, my type of flat. On to 20 pairs of ammonites. Let's try and get some light on it. These are rated very good to A grade. They let's just see the flip sides. There's some more. It's almost transparent. Let's just flip them over a little bit to see if they look for opalization. There's a bit of iridescence there. Jigsaws, transparencies. Yeah, nice flat of ammonites. It's going to cost $28 for the 20 pairs. That's flat 530. Onto some Mendingi mine malachite. Also, the same mine that gives us ball malachite. Sometimes ball, sometimes botryoidal. These are more botryoidal than anything else. 6 of these beautiful specimens. They on top of Druzy. They're rated as very good to A grade. And this one's particularly attractive. That's a pretty nifty, very good, 970 grams. This flat's going to cost $62. That's flat 450. Onto a different variety or flavor of Bucanotuk. This is the limonite flavor. That is these beautiful crystallized fairy quartz with limonite in the base, giving it that beautiful golden hue. Small windows and limonite. It's just one of many variations of Bucanotuk. 35 of these rated as very good to A grade. 1.14 kilograms is what they weigh. $43 is what they're going to cost. That is pretty cheap for Bucanotuk. But yeah, less lilac, the cheaper it becomes. Flat 539. Onto the center of the trolley we go, and we're greeted by a Labradorite. This is 1.6 kilograms for the one standing freeform. Rated only as very good. Has the kind of blotchy Labradorescence. How pretty is that? Rated very good. This Labradorite standing freeform is going to cost $41. So let's just move it around, see if she shines any more or less. All right. $41 for flat 534. Onto a really ugly Mungwa amethyst geode, and I'll tell you what, I like it because it stands for one, but it's so ugly, it's almost beautiful. Look at that. The windows are beautiful and clear, which is special for Mungwa amethyst. Weighing 2.38 kilograms, this little standing Mumbwa Delight is rated only good grade. That is going to cost $35. That is for flat 533. Onto some Mindingi Mine Malachite. Again, these two larger specimens, rated very good to A grade, are particularly attractive. There's 1.27 kilograms worth of Druzy and Botroidal Malachite. All the way around there, but this one here, that's the winner. That is a very attractive little formal piece. That kind of reminds me of a zipper, and it kind of has a formal tuxedo vibe going with that dark heterogenite background on top of the Druzy, and then of course that smashing beautiful sparkling green malachite on top. 1.27 is what these both weigh, rated very good to A grade. They're gonna cost $72. That's flat 529. Onto a large Malagasy cascading pineapple quartz. This large beastie here weighs a meager 15.59 kilograms. It has beautiful white phantoms. Let me just get to the side here. There are a couple of chips here and there, but for a large specimen, this is absolutely glorious. This large fella here, rated very good. And it is, let's just go around the side. Look at it, baby quartz there. Oh my God, off into the sun. There we go, that's better. Beautiful large cluster. It's only going to cost $241. That is flat 456.
Ngane kodwa. Ya ngizwa. Manje ngifuna uveza ubuso bomuntu.
Right, so on my ever quest for understanding different cultures, I'm going to ask Wayne here about the tire burning, but Wayne might not understand because he's Zimbabwean, so is his nephew.
I'm American. Hey, I'm American.
You're American?
Yeah.
From Zimbabwe?
Black American.
Oh my goodness. Why is it that... Why is tire burning so popular? See, Albert might not understand because Albert is a Basotho. He comes from Lesotho and they don't have tires in Lesotho. So there's no tire burning there. What is up with the tire burning? I'm asking because this morning they're striking outside the library.
Because they want to chase the Kwerekweres, which means these white people. In Africa, we don't have.
You burn tires to chase away the whiteys.
Yeah, it's what they are doing.
But it's not working.
Yeah?
But they're striking because of unemployment. They're striking because of corruption.
No.
Ah, that's what they said.
No. They are complaining. They said, white people, they are here. They make us fight, and we are tired now about this. We have to chase them. It's
All
what
right.
now they are doing there.
So tire burning is like incense, is like chasing away mosquitoes.
Yes, they chase mosquitoes, which means white people mosquitoes.
Albert is our political correspondent. Hello, Ali.
Hello.
Right, that has given me absolutely no clarity. I think I'll have to find some Piwe because he's a Zulu. So I feel compelled for a second opinion, and no one's better than for a second opinion than Brian. And bothering him while he's working is even better. Hey, Brian. Sorry to interrupt. I know the watermelon fluorite's calling, but what's up with the whole burning of tires thing, bro?
Burning of tires?
Yeah, it's like I passed the library this morning and they're protesting for 4 people, 1 lady in pajamas, and burning tires outside the library. Why the tire burning? Is it a cultural thing?
No. I mean, they do it in France.
They burn tires in France.
I mean, they're burning tires last week in France. So
Oh, okay. So it's all right. All right. So,
protesting.
all right. Well, that explains a bit better. And if the French are doing it, I suppose it's okay, right? I managed to track some Piwe down because I'm not satisfied with, well, the opinions as of yet. So Piwe, I need an opinion and I need some advice here, buddy. All right. So this morning I'm driving to Ashburton. They're by the library across the spa.
Yeah,
And they're burning tires.
I saw that.
Why? Is it a cultural thing?
Yeah, not a culture. Maybe they need something there by that office.
So it's just strikey, and to make
Yeah,
their
small
presence felt, they burn tires.
tires. Yeah. Maybe they wasn't happy in the weekend.
You know why the library?
Mm.
Why the library?
It's their office there.
It's their office.
Yeah.
Okay. So they work there.
They work on the streets, but the office is there by the library.
Ah, okay, that makes
Yeah,
more sense.
yeah.
All right, so tire burning is not cultural.
Yeah, not culture.
Okay, thank you. See the Zulu explains it best, and now I'm happy. It's not a cultural thing. It's bizarre. Actually, I was just walking past Tommy and Brendan in the kitchen, and Tommy is from Madagascar. Tommy? So I'm driving past Ashburton Library this morning, and they're burning tires. Do they burn tires in Madagascar when they're unhappy?
Nah, no, they don't.
Do you have tires to burn?
Yes, you do, but we don't burn tires for that reason. No, that's a South African thing.
Cultural,
I
you
don't
reckon?
know about that.
Nah, man, it's
But,
just cold. It's just cold.
Yeah.
Brendan, I thought that was either to do with chasing mozzies or
Yeah.
getting some heat.
That's what it is.
Sweet. That's more satisfying. Makes more sense. Kind of. So because I'm all for balanced opinions, I'm going to approach Gaynor. Because, well, Gaynor's like the accountant. She's responsible and stuff. And she's got a new haircut. Just tell her that she loves lovely. Gaynor,
Yes, good morning.
when last have you burnt tires because you were cold?
I haven't. Are we doing that today?
They're doing it outside the library. I'm trying to figure
Oh,
out
should
why.
we go join them?
This sounds like a bribe.
Right. There's an opportunity. See, this is what South Africa's about, making the best of that.
They burned the tires because they weren't included in, they didn't get jobs building the road, and they were employing people from outside the region. So they're burning tires outside the library.
Because they didn't get the jobs.
Yeah,
And they're employing from outside the region.
apparently.
Yeah, sure. I get that. I even saw the placards. And there we have it. A comprehensive reasoning as to why people burn tires in South Africa. Righto, on to the second trolley. We got some Labradorite standing free forms, all four of them. They weigh 1.45 kilos. Let's just get in there to catch that essence. That's not great. That's they're rated as good, very good to A grade. So one good. I suppose that was the one good one we looked at because this one's got some lovely essence. Maybe if I stand correctly. Oh, full sunlight doesn't help much, but that's a beauty. That's a proverbial Mona Lisa. No matter where you are, that Labradorite's going to be looking at you. Beautiful. These are 1.45 kgs. They're going to cost $37 for the four. That's flat 513. On to some more of the traditional Bucanote hook. There are 70 little light lilac. Ooh, some of these have got nice limonite, a lot of iron oxidation there. What are these rated as? Good, very good to A grade. So it's a bit all over the show. Some that's a bit dirty, but overall they're very nice. Some white ones that'll bring down the price, no doubt. Sure, that's a beautiful clarity. 70 little Booker note hooks. They're going to cost $56. Just to check, that's 1.07. I wouldn't. That's a bit expensive for what it is. But anyways, 471's the flat name. Generally speaking, so as a rough guide, because look, Spirit Amethyst's price has gone up, but A very good to A grade is usually about $50 per kg, but in the advent of having a couple of dirty ones, a couple of white ones, I kind of feel that should have been a bit cheaper, but be it as it may, we're moving on to some Lakasi. No, not Lakasi, Mendingi. Mendingi Mine Malachite. 3 botryoidal malachite specimens nestled on lots of druzy. These are rated as very good to A grade. Here we got some same botryoidal malachite on top of limonite infused druzy, and the nicest of the bunch is this beautiful velvety sparkly. Oh, let's try and get there. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Malachite yet again on druzy with a bit more heterogenite in the background there. These 3 weigh slightly more than 1 kilogram. They cost $63. That's flat 535. Okay, so here we got Mendingi Mine. And next up is proper ball malachite. This is Lakasi. And as opposed to Mendingi, where the malachite is on top of the druzy, Lakasi ball malachite gives us the druzy on top of the ball malachite. How awesome is this? This is actually a bit of old stock that I accidentally bumped my toe and opened the flat and went, why hasn't this sold? So it never made it onto the website. You go, how is that possible? Yeah, quite easy, actually. We've got more than 30,000 flats. Mistakes happen, and this is fortuitously for someone one of those mistakes. They are awesome. There's beautiful morphs there. And they are Vugs for Africa. This one's kind of deep. Let's see if I can get the sunlight in there. How awesome is that? Beautiful. Stunning flat from Lakasi, ball malachite covered in druzy. This is going to cost, let's just see for reference sake, this is 1.14 kilos, slightly heavier than these fellas here, and slightly cheaper, $58 for flat 864. Very nice. Laputu Mine, chrysocolla, and this is an absolute beaut. That's a lot of chrysocolla with a bit of druzy in the middle, covered in quartz. Beautiful specimen. There's 3 of them. There you go, some botryoidal formation, also covered in druzy. The chrysocolla in the background. There we go. Oh yeah. A little bit of a cheeky quartz point sticking out from a sea of druzy. This flat's 970 grams, rated as good, very good to A grade. It's going to cost $32 for the 3. That's a pretty good deal. Flat 537. On to 12 pairs of ammonites. There's some lovely iridescence here. It's quite a thick fella. There's a beautiful iridescence. Okay, so here's a funky thing. So I've noticed that, especially in this flat, somebody in Madagascar went and thought to themselves, okay, this is the way to slice it, but obviously somebody had just started at the job and went slicing the other way around. which is kind of, what the hell were you thinking? But that's not the only one. There's one over here as well. This pair here, which is weird. The insides are beautiful. There's the beginnings of a slice over there. This one got quite far. Let's just see here. Oh, come on, newspaper, let go. There we go. There we go. But again, weird. This flat's 660 grams, rated very good to A grade. $45 for the 12 pairs. That's flat 458. Then cordiorite spheres, 2 iolite, also known as water sapphire. They're not. Let's just take them into the sun because cordiorite's really hard to catch. It's definitely one of the rarer minerals in the world, and it's definitely one of the hardest to isolate as far as color is concerned. See that subtle hint of blue. More often than not, I'm looking for like electric flashes of blue. Hell of a rarity. I don't know if this sphere has taken an absolute beating. That's a crack. No, this is not a good flat. No, there have been better cordiorites. $33 for the 2. They're rated good to very good. Stands to reason. There we go. Flat 507. Next up, we got a whole lot of Charetti. A whole bag. This is 525 grams worth of little Charetti crystals. Good, very good A and double A are in a bag. So I'm going to be cunning about this. Because, wait, come on, let go. There we go. Oh, out to get here. Sure. Here we go, Charetti. Really, Charetti, they're also known as Shangan amethyst. There you go, small little ones. They are becoming as popular and as expensive as Brandberg. And they are getting very hard. Well, the larger ones are getting very hard to come by. Notably Step Nature, notably quite a lot of scepters from Charetti, always with a hint of smokiness. This flat here is gonna cost $29 for the Charettis. That's just slightly more than 500 grams for flat 514. Nice. Laputumine and more chrysocolla with a quartz. 1.14 kilograms is what these 3 specimens weigh. Nice bit of malachite there as well. See it shine. Ooh, look. Malachite is fleshy. See it shining through the quartz. It's very nice. One of the larger specimens. It's interesting. I am not sure what that is, to be honest. Yes, we've got quartz. Yes, we've got some limonite. Yes, we've got malachite. Yes, we have chrysocolla. I'm going to assume that is a tourmaline. But this here, it looks like kaolinite in the background, but the green growing on it is anyone's guess. Maybe it's the same. It's another variation of kaolinite. That's very interesting. Very nice specimen. These are rated good to very good only. These 3 will cost $26. That's nice. That's a fair price for flat 523. Then on to some Namibian picture stone. This jasper is extremely hard. These little patterns depict the geography and landscape of Namibia beautifully, if sometimes just the topography. 3 standing freeforms, 1.37 kilos is what they weigh. There's sometimes quite a bit of hematite in them. Not so much these. Rated as good, very good to A grade. These will cost $45. That's flat 546. Then a grade rose quartz sphere. Quite a small one, a lot smaller than the previous one we looked at, but better quality. And I tell you what, look at those beautiful veils. That is gemmy pink with a beautiful asterism. Very nice. Oh, 1, 2 asterism. Go figure. How many sides to a sphere? Anyway, yeah. So this sphere is going to cost $31 only. That's flat 515. Very nice. Then on to some clear quartz crystals. Little poise from Madagascar. There's 1, 2 that aren't perfectly clear. This is 1, still pretty good. This one's a bit more smoky, a bit more cloudy. Other than that, the rest are beautiful. This one's got a little bit more limonite veil. Rated as very good to A grade, 1.19 kilograms for the 24 polished points. $28 is damn cheap. That's flat 494. Then from Spitskoppen in Namibia, we got some beautiful rhombohedral orange sunset calcite specimens. There's 4 of these hefty little blocks, 2.38 kilograms altogether. They are rated, let me just check in 2 seconds. They are rated very good to A grade. This little black hint here, that'll be evidence of biotite in the making. This deposit did have quite a lot of biotite. Some came out in fans, which was really attractive. These 4 little orange calcites will cost $31. That's flat 520. On to some volcanic behavior. This is black basalt spheres, 2.07 kilograms worth of black basalt. Can anyone inform me what the metaphysical properties of black basalt is? In the comment section, thank you. These are all rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $40. That is for flat 538. Next up, some Gemmy Pink double terminated rose quartz crystals. There's A grade to very good. They weigh 1.89 kilograms. This is the gemmiest of the bunch. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful and clear. Bit of limonite in there as well. These 6 double terminated rose quartzes will cost $64. That is for flat 536. Then Mendingi malachite. Again, we've got these are almost, well, some are ball, some are more botryoidal. The druzy's a bit limonite-y. Very beautiful, no scuff marks. A little bit of a break over there. These three are rated as A grade to very good. 1 kilogram on the dot, $63, flat 500. Then double terminated bastites, Dragon Bloodstone. These are beauties from Messina. It's that beautiful red piemontite on a epidote matrix. They weigh 1.22 kilograms. These were polished by the same Malagasy fellow that does the African turquoise. So yeah, the polish is exquisite. Rated very good to A grade. These double terminated bastites are going to cost $49. That's flat 489. Onto an interesting flat of Erongo. We've got a bit of a mix here. We've got a beautiful large tourmaline shoal crystal with feldspar. Two of them, in fact. This is a bit more of a cluster. This is nice, lustrous. That not so much. Little evidence of those brown there. Most likely, it looks like oxidized feldspar. It's quite a bit of siderite that comes out of this deposit, so it could be siderite as well. Then a large, nice iron-crusted crystal with loads of highlight opal on. That is beautiful. Feldspar at the bottom. That is a lot of highlight opal. This little friend over here. And then this one here. Nice little point. A little bit milky. Nice black tourmaline on it. Well formed feldspar. But this is the beauty. This one is. I had to go look up black quartz. This is the flip side. See, it's the only light that comes through is over there, right at the top. This is obviously massively irradiated. It's as black as the tourmaline next to it. It's beautiful, beautiful little cluster, and it's almost identical tourmaline crystals on either side. That's funky. Very nice little cluster. Interesting little flat. 1.55 kgs. Rated good grade only. It's going to be $41. Flat 453. Then on to 23 little diatase specimens. What we've got here is these will be rated good, very good, with a subtle thought of A, but not quite. There's a couple of really nice large specimens with large crystals. Chrysocolla in the back there, one nice crystal. I imagine this would be in the sub $90 range. This flat here is 330 grams. It's going to be, oh, there we go, $85 for 23. That is flat 512. We had double turbinated bastites. Now we have single point bastites. Dragon Bloodstone from Messina. 2 standing points. These are rated very good to A grade. They weigh 1.16 kilograms. Beautiful patterns. Piemontite is lekker. These two are going to cost, oh, come here, little label, $40 for flat 460. Then a odd, funky botryoidal malachite specimen, and it is one solid piece, and it feels solid. This is from Tenka Fungarama. Usually we get our malachite, or usually the silkies are all from, now I forget the name. So Tenka Fungarama is more often than not where we get libethenite. So this is kind of a special one. It's very heavy. It's 2.12 kilograms. That's between all the way around. It's a beauty. Rated good, very good only. Next says it's lapidary material, so you could probably slice this and polish it up, or just polish it up nonetheless. Sorry, we usually get our silkies from Kasompi, so Tenga Fungarama is not a prime source of malachite. This big fella is going to cost $38 only. That's for flat 547. Here's something a little different. It has been in the show before. You'll notice if you regulars here, we try never to repeat items, but I really like this item. It's anhydrite or angelite. It's got some big, hefty chrome dioxide attached to it. This is from Madagascar. Anhydrite, as the Latin would obviously denote it, it is without water. So there are some funky stories about a village in Europe that had a big deposit of anhydrite beneath it. And some drilling went on, and they drilled through the anhydrite into a lake beneath. Needless to say, the anhydrite then filled up, and the entire village shifted almost 100 meters up. So yeah, quite a remarkable mineral. It's rated as very good to A grade. It weighs, what does it weigh? 2.5 kilos. It's going to be $85 for flat 895. Next up, we got a beautiful large stichtite standing freeform. You might know this as Atlantisite. That is the beautiful purple webbing. That is the stichtite found by Mr. Sticht, an American miner doing his chores in the little down under land of Tasmania and mining for asbestos. Not unlike where we get our stichtite from. It's Barberton, just outside of Barberton, where they mine, or used to mine, for asbestos. A beautiful standing freeform. This is rated as very good to A grade. It weighs 1.67 kilograms. It's going to cost $85. That is for flat 730. Then a large-ish celestite. The celestite here has got some absolutely beautiful large gems, lovely hues. There's a little bit of a rainbow veil there. That's a big one there. Unfortunately, it has a little bit of a chip to it. It weighs 14.69 kilograms. It's a large geode from Sakahoni, the capital of all things strontium. So it's going to cost... There's two vugs here, actually. There's way all the way through. It's going to cost $264. That is for flat 483. Hippa. Okay, so it's been some time since I've last taken a walk through the storeroom with you guys, just to see how space issues are happening, because you would all know space is always a problem in the mineralogical industry. So I know the guys have been shoving the numbers up through the weekend. We'll just see. It looks a lot tighter, a lot neater. So yeah, so this is usually the earlies, not the right earlies. So that's all tidy. Here we've got space. So that's excellent. That's nice low amount of space. So yeah, I think this is probably the results of the 50% and 30% sale discount that we had a few months ago, and that has fortunately led us to, well, having more space. A lot more space can be made there, so that's all good. So this is as far as we've come as far as the new stock's concerned. Yeah, new stock coming in Namibia, hopefully. There's just issues with new legislation in South Africa that we're battling with, and they never warned us about it. There's more space. Very nice. What else is looking good, Wayne? Sweet as. Oh, it's all right. On to the third trolley, we kick it off with some Leopard Stone Sphere Delight. 6 of these spheres from Zimbabwe. And I'll tell you what, these guys in Zim do not have the luxury of machines. So hand polishing at its very finest, actually. 1.85 kilograms for the 6. These are rated as what would that be? Good, very good-ish, and A grade. Leopard Stone. $47 for the 6 spheres. That's a flat 5.8. Sticking to the spherical topic, we got some rubelites. That's pink tourmaline in quartz. Schist, 1.43 kilograms for the 2 reasonably large spheres, rated very good, both of them. So a bit black tourmaline in the mix. Always looking for a bit of lithium as well, because they generally cohabit. That's $40 for the 2 rubelites. That's flat 491. Black ammonites, 1 large pair weighing 775 grams. Be surprised if this isn't the last of the black ammonites. Nice clean cavities. These are rated, I imagine, VG2A, no, just A grade. They're going to cost $61. That's for flat 488. Silky malachite from Kasompi, Congo South. 1.12 kilograms for the 3 specimens. Nice at 20. A largy one. These are all rated as A grade. Bit of a botryoidal there. That's 3 A grade silky malachites. They're going to cost $45. That is flat 463. Then what we got here, we got 7 pairs of ammonites. These, there's a little bit of that beautiful red opalization. I'm just also looking for those cut marks, like in the previous one. There's another one with red opal. Just a bit of iridescence. Lots of iridescence. This is a very nice flat of ammonites. Lots of opalization, almost all of them. 375 grams is what they weigh. $27 is what they cost. That's flat 549. On to 70 little limonite clusters. These are rated very good to A grade, and it's a winner chicken dinner for ye retailers. It's these little limonites I like a lot because they harbor all kinds of inclusions more often than most, but I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me at the moment. Not even goethite, which is part and parcel with limonite. So a very clean flat of limonite, 1.31 kilograms. They're going to cost $40. That's flat 508, 508. Get it right, Francis. Then Laputu Mine Chrysocolla Malachite. Let's have a looky see. There's sometimes they make a note of having hemimorphite. Laputu Mine is famous for that. Just having a looky see. Yeah, Chrysocolla, Sauros, no notations for Hemi. Right, so as we know where we stand with that. Flat weighs 1.24 kilos, rated good, very good to A grade. Let's have a look. There's a beautiful Chrysocolla covered in druzy. There's quite a lot. There's 16 of these specimens. There. So look at that druzy there. That's pretty. Malachite. Oh, there's the Sauros. A little subtle blush of pink beneath the malachite and the druzy. Lots of quartz here, shining through the nice turquoise color of Chrysocolla. Nice flat. It's going to cost $40 for, what is that, 16 of these specimens. It's going to be flat 517. Right, we're going on a bit of a quartz streak, quartz clusters. This is from Madagascar. Beautiful white veils in there. Let's have a look. One bad chip over there, which is unfortunate. These are rated as very good only. They weigh cool 2.3 kilograms. Lots of cascading quartz around the sides. That is beautiful. I'm doing it justice. Sure, look at the secondary and third growths on the windows there. Nice flat of cascading cactus quartz. It's going to cost $34 for the two. That's flat 543. Onto some red hematoids from Karoi. That's beautiful. Okay, so 2.64 kilograms for two clusters. And Karoi isn't known for its clarity of crystal, but this one is absolutely fantastic. Look at, oh, if I can just focus. There we go. Look at the red veils. I mean, why you don't give me shit? That is beautiful. These two are rated as very good to A grade. Another large one. Also very nice clear windows. $2.64 kilograms. These two red hematoids from Karoi will be $63. That's flat 455. Then some Malagasy white quartz clusters, 2.13 kilograms, rated good, very good to A grade. There's 4. This one's got a nice hematite hint to it, only. Beautifully well formed, unharmed. A little bit of a break there, but you can see the secondary growth. Look at this. This is beautiful. Look at that. gorgeous Malagasy clusters. They're going to cost $41. That is full flat 487. Now, some Mumbwa. There's 5 Mumbwa clusters here. This is the most interesting one, I suppose. This it's kind of milky, not very clear, which is usual for Mumbwa, but it has, you see, there's a very clear secondary growth over the amethyst. But see these that have gorgeous clarity. Nice clean windows, no breaks, which is unusual for Mumbwa. Zambian amethyst. This is one version of Zambian amethyst. These weigh 2.83 kilos. They're going to cost $46 for the 5 Mumbwas, and that's flat 461. Here's another example of Zambian amethyst, darker, more purple, slightly a little bit more iron coated, from Mapitya. 1.2 kilograms for the 3 clusters. Nice little slab. And that is actually not iron, that is, well, it is, but it's juicy with iron. $1.2 kilos, rated as medium to good grade only. These 3 are going to cost you $19. That's flat 478. Next up, more limonite. We've got 12 of these golden little quartz clusters from Solwezi in Zambia. These are rated as, what are they rated as? Good, very good to A grade. There's the good grade only. That's what's interesting. These 12 little limonites are going to cost $42. That is for flat 497. On to Mndingi Mine Malachite. We've got 12 little specimens. They all together weigh 440 grams. That is a beauty. Top of some well-formed, well, larger druzy, but quartz. Ooh, no, there's another one. So there's 13. She's a beauty. Rated is very good to A grade. There's a nice solid piece of heterogenite. These are going to cost only $38. That is for flat 550. Next up, we got 35 little Putu Mine Congolese chrysocolla quartz and druzy and malachite specimens. These are rated as good to very good at best, weighing 550 grams. I'm just going to slowly scan over them. See there's a nicey one. But here is that some silicification happening. That's pretty. This flat's going to cost $26. That's for 35 of Laputu mines, and not the finest, but definitely beautiful. Flat 448. Then we have some Swazi bloodstone cobbed pieces. These are beautiful, large pieces of red jasper in amidst quartz, as well as the Charles Sydney. Fair amount of pyrite in this deposit as well. Here we go. There's a beautiful pyrite right in the middle of the jasper. This flat, what does it weigh? It weighs all of 3.7 kilos, so towards the heavy side of life. That is $43 for flat 65. Then we got stromatolite spheres, all three of them, 1.1 kilos, rated as very good. These are Malagasy polished. Beautiful patterns. Ooh, that's the larger one. I like the name Kabamba Jasper, so this is stromatolite Kabamba Jasper. They're going to cost $25. That is for flat 470. That's pretty cheap. Then proper chrysocolla covered in juicy. 3 specimens here. Here's a nice traditional classic chrysocolla after malachite after azurite pseudomorph. That sort of explains the formations there. Nice malachite around the edges. $980 grams. These are rated as very good to A grade. Quite a bit of heterogenite beneath the juicy as well. Beautiful chrysocolla specimens. These are going to cost $118. That is flat 473. Then a large petrified wood slice from Madagascar. This is 1.65 kilograms worth of both sides polished wood slice. Rated as very good. It weighs 1.65 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $40. That is for flat 468. Then a very good to A grade labradorite standing freeform from Sakahoni. And it is beautiful. That is a very nice. Not so much. This is obviously the back side. But yeah, the front is glorious. Weighs 1.28 kilos, rated very good to A. It's going to cost $36. That is flat 551. Then on to a larger than the previous one. This is 21.7 kilograms worth of strontium. It is. There we go. Look at that beautiful gem there. That is so clean. Beautiful blue celestite from Madagascar. It has a large vug on the side here. I can just get in there. Yeah, get in there, boy. Oh, no. On the side. Is there anything happening? Just a little bit. Here where the strontium dissipates a bit. And a little vug over there as well. This 21 odd kilograms worth of celestite is going to cost all of $440. That is for flat 548. Last item for tonight, we got some very interesting Shutter kite. The shutter kite is from, is this from Namibia? It is too. This is Kaukefeld shutter kite. 2.78 for the two specimens. That's a beautifully well-formed shutter kite over there on top of quartz. And then a little bit of shutter kite shadings as well. And there's an interesting vein that runs through there. But if that can't be a bit of malachite. Sure, it's getting hard to get shutter kite these days, and these are particularly interesting. Very nice. I like these a lot. These are, oh, let's see, what is this? These two are going to cost $33 only. They weigh 2.78 for flat 505. Right, guys, thank you very much for for pitching up and having. I hope everyone got something that they really wanted. News. I have none. Nick and Audrey are coming back from Nelspruit today, hopefully. They went hunting for a whole white, but it's bigger whole white. It's not like Mickey Mouse. It's like proper 30, 50 kg whole white specimens to see if we can, one, clean them, because anything from Messina invariably always has epidote on it. And to clean the core, well, it's a tricky one, so we're going to find out about that, and we'll keep you updated about the whole white. Happy days, have a beautiful Tuesday, and I'll see you on Thursday. Sweet.